Top 10 things you need to know about the budget Congress just passed. Less than 3 minutes. Here we go. Raises the debt ceiling by $5 trillion. So starting on January 1st, 2026, Donald Trump can go out and borrow $5 trillion. It authorizes $150 billion in additional border spending. That's $46.5 billion for more of his wall and $30 billion to ICE. ICE's current budget is $4 billion, so that's a hell of an increase. Department of Defense is getting an additional $154 billion with $25 billion for the Golden Dome and $29 billion to boost shipbuilding. Here's where they start to get tricky because there's a line item that gives $50 billion to fund rural hospitals that use Medicaid. But don't forget, they took away $901 billion from funding in Medicaid. So I guess we're only down $851 billion now. They've also created a Trump savings account for children that are born during this 4-year period. Basically, when your infant is born, Donald Trump will open a bank account using their social security number. He will put $1,000 into that account that you cannot touch or control. The government will use that seed money to make investments on behalf of your child until they are 18 years old. I don't know what happens after that because it doesn't say. But something freaks me out about Donald Trump opening a bank account with my infant child's social security number, whether I want him to or not. The bill offers permanent extensions of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that created the greatest wealth gap in the history of the United States. But you won't pay tax on your tips up to $25,000 or your overtime up to $12,500, only for 3 years, though. That tax cut will expire after 3 years, while the tax cuts for corporations and billionaires go on forever. They did boost the standard deduction just a little bit for single filers, and they boosted the child tax credit by about $300 a year. But wealthy venture capitalists will get to claim up to $10 million tax-free. They added taxes to colleges and universities that have more than 3,000 students while lowering the tax rates for smaller schools, like the small Christian universities. They also eliminated several of the student loan repayment plans, including the SAVE Act, which was the most affordable student loan repayment plan. But now rich people can claim full private school tuition as an expense on their taxes. They put a cap on how much money you can borrow from the federal government in your lifetime for education at $257,500, and that is for undergraduate, grad school, and PhD. They also put restrictions on any healthcare company that provides abortions from being able to receive Medicaid funding. Also, now there's an 80-hour-a-month Medicaid work requirement. And here's how they're going to get you. Because if you have to work 80 hours a week, you might make too much money to qualify for Medicaid. And if you can't work, then you don't qualify for Medicaid. Starting January 1st, 2026, it'll take about a year for all of this to go into effect. So yes, some of it won't happen till after the midterms.